I know Chiggs is in here recording or some shit.
No Chig Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know Chig gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chig's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I like
Your boy Chig Smooth. So Rory went on to Peter Rosenberg's podcast, the One EP podcast. You guys can go listen to it on Spotify. Now they talked about so many different topics, but you guys already know the number one topic that was for sure guaranteed to come up was Joe Budden. I'm sure this is of no surprise to you guys. These two guys, Rory and Rosenberg, they were on the podcast with Joe early on, with Rosenberg being kicked off early on, and then Rory eventually splitting with Joe. Here's what they each said about how they felt about splitting with Joe.
Framed big pun photo. That would have been nice. I would have accepted a gift, but I have no expectations.
And we don't have to go down, right? But I can promise you, Joe Budden was not going to buy you a photo of Big Pun and send it to your house.
That's not a bold. I hope that's not the boldest thing
like
you say.
If that's what you thought would happen, if Joe would just be, out on a Target run and run into a Big Pun,
be like, you know what?
Photo, be like, would love this. Pete would love this.
Now.
But I mean, listen, I get it. I have no leg to stand on. I did a fucking 2.5 hour response video and charged $2 for it. So who the fuck am I to even comment on? I get it.
You asked me the tough question earlier. I don't know if this comes up on your podcast often or not, but like, where are you and Joe right now?
No relationship.
None at all.
See, I was never even going to talk about this shit. And at some point, I'm going to have to do a fucking press run for my album, and I have to get prepared.
Oh, you know what? This is good practice.
To be asked this question 1,000 times, and yeah, I just have to figure out the best way I want to be represented with my answer.
That's true.
I was kind of over the entire thing. I didn't really I was very angry in the beginning. Don't get it wrong. I was very fucking angry. Yeah. I was very hurt. I was fucked up. Yeah, it was a really shitty time in my life, personally and just business. Because again, how you're saying something you built and it's the biggest thing ever. Yeah, it was.
You had a much bigger role in it than I did.
It's what I knew for almost 7 years. That stopped in a day. So yeah, it was definitely fucked up. Obviously, there was the personal level of the entire thing. But I did start to get over it. I can't lie. When he did the press run with the DZA math thing, I kind of got pissed off.
He went on with Smokey and went on with math?
Yeah, and he might have done some other press as well. And of course, I'm never telling somebody that they're not allowed to talk about an experience they were involved with. I'm not mad at him doing press runs or anything. Just the things he said in it, I know he knows is completely untrue. So it just pissed me off again when I was getting to a place that I was kind of over the shit and like was in a place where like, yeah, I don't really fucking hate this person anymore. I know things are weird, but I don't hate them. But that press run put me in a place of like, what? Come on.
Right. It reignited the like actual anger about it for a while.
Like we're still on this and your story is changing. Like what is going on here? But it is what it is. But listen, I really don't hold crazy resentment for it. I really do wish everybody, I know this sounds political and corny. I really mean this. I do wish everyone the best. I think,
but it does make me feel, I do feel a weird, like I care for Joe. I wish him the best. He fucked me a couple times. He really fucked me good on the fucking XXX Tentacion passing when he said shit that I said and literally something that no one heard and said it in a way out of context that made me sound fucking like an insensitive monster. That shit, bro, I was getting straight up death threats. I'm like, bro, you took words that I said, totally changed them like you didn't know me. Like you think I'm a really bad person. Like, why would you have done that? See, but the thing is, Joe, it's always in his eyes, it's kind of always in the spirit of performance. And I don't think that's a legitimate excuse, but at the same time, I've made peace with it and I don't let it affect at this point, the way I view him overall. You know, I also do wish him the best, but obviously your situation.
Now, if you guys go watch the full podcast, you guys will notice that Rosenberg is literally foaming at the mouth to talk about Joe Budden. He can't wait to get to the Joe Budden topic to see if Rory is going to trash him. You guys all remember Rosenberg going back and forth with Joe on this podcast, basically saying that all he wants is for Joe to bring him on his podcast. I'm not sure why, but Rosenberg refuses to let go of the fact that Joe is not going to give you any credit for his podcast. He's not going to give you the acknowledgement that you want for it. No matter how much you felt like you contributed early on to the success of the podcast, you never get the credit that you think you deserve, Rosenberg. As far as Rory, I'm not mad at what Rory said here. It kind of seems like when Joe goes to different platform, his story slightly changes a little bit about the exact reason why he split with Rory and Mal. Continuing to talk about it every 3 or 4 months is only going to lead to frustration to the different parties. Tell me what you guys think about this, man. Push comments below, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.